Against the spectacular backdrop of the Singapore skyline, Formula One returns once again to do battle in what tends to become something of an endurance race, with the notorious sauna-like temperatures in the cockpit making for an extremely physically challenging Grand Prix. We're here at the Marina Bay Street Circuit today, located in the heart of Singapore. The circuit consists of 23 corners, 13 to the left and 10 to the right. It's a track that's incredibly technical, so don't expect to see the drivers taking too much at full throttle. Anthony Davidson is alongside me as usual for the race today. Why don't we discuss Red Bull? What do you make of their performance so far this season?
Well, the atmosphere within that team seems very positive at the moment. Everyone seems like they're in great spirits and having a lot of fun doing what they do, and that's definitely contributed to the performances we've seen.
Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, and it's Charles Leclerc in P2. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Bottas, Vettel, Daniel Ricciardo, and Sainz, Norris, Albon, Perez, and Esteban Ocon, Stroll, Gasly, a Red Bull, and Raikkonen, Latifi, Grosjean, Kevin Magnussen, and Antonio Giovinazzi, Kvyat, and George Russell ends our grid lineup. Now, it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track.
Lewis Hamilton starting from pole. We're under the floodlights to 5 red lights for the Singapore Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go. The two Ferraris try to get a good start, but they won't, because Lewis Hamilton and Valtteri Bottas are off to a rocket start. And the two Red Bulls, me and Alexander Albon, come together on the first lap into the first corner. So we made a little bit of contact, and I hope that Albon's front wing is still intact, because that was some major damage on the front of Alexander Albon's car, but it looks like he's okay, as the Williams and the Alfa Romeo will go side by side, and the two Williams are right at the back. But Lewis Hamilton and Valtteri Bottas are already 1-2 after they passed both Ferraris at the start. And the two Alphas are going at it, not Alfa Romeo and Alfa Romeo, not AlphaTauri and AlphaTauri. Alfa Romeo and AlphaTauri are going at it. Kimi Raikkonen and Danny Kvyat are going at it at the start. So Lewis Hamilton and Valtteri Bottas are doing everything that they need to do to try to win this Constructors' Championship today, as Lewis Hamilton leads from Valtteri Bottas, and then comes the two Ferraris. Lewis Hamilton is looking bloody quick in this race, as we ride on board with him through the last couple of sections before the final corner, as now he's going through one of the penultimate turns through the chicane, and now as we see the AlphaTauri of Nicholas Latifi, as this is probably his 5th or 6th race with the new team after he swapped from Williams to AlphaTauri. Here's our start. We came together with Alexander Albon at the start. We got a good start. We got a great launch. In the secondary, it's amazing. And then down towards turn 1, there's a clear track ahead of us. Down towards turn 1, we get hit in the rear. And that was Alexander Albon and Lando Norris, as we go around the outside of Lando Norris, and we got that place on the exit. And now we had the Renault in front of us. And here was our attempt at an overtake at the Renault. But instead of being past him, we were in his sidewall of his tire. And we lose the back end for good measure. Here's Alexander Albon, came together with us on the first lap. He got an okay start. The two McLarens got slightly better start. He switches to the right-hand side down towards turn 1, and he just gets squeezed. And he does a kind of half spin, and he hits Lando Norris, which straightens him back up. Here's Lando Norris. He also came together with us and Alexander Albon. He was the McLaren that hit Albon into us. Down towards turn 1, he took the left-hand side to try to cover Alexander Albon, and he just squeezes Albon. I think that was a racing incident. Here's another view. Down towards turn 1, yeah, it's a racing incident. Just unlucky for Alex. Here comes Carlos Sainz. He's got a lot of pace on us. So Carlos Sainz is on the soft tires, and so are we. So we'll be very quick indeed. And we lose the rear end a little bit, and that'll really close up the Lando Norris and Carlos Sainz to our our gearbox, as Sainz and Norris are both on softs, as we said before. And on the exit, we get a better exit, so I think that we're saved on this particular occasion, but they are very quick today as we ride on board. But we lose the rear end as he's trying to go around the outside, but we squeeze him out and we just stay ahead, barely, as Carlos Sainz's helmet glistens under the floodlights here in Singapore. As the two McLarens are so quick today, as Alexander Albon is right on the back of them as well. Now through, and he will have slipstream, DRS, and now he's pulled to the right, and he's ahead of us. He's playing ahead of us, so we get on the rear of him, and we dive one down the inside. We almost make a little bit of contact, but we just stay ahead. And on the exit, we've got him. We just stay ahead of Carlos Sainz and Lando Norris, as the McLarens are still showing a lot of pace later on in this Grand Prix. As he's all over the rear, is he close enough to go for flap overtake? Will he go for an overtake? And oh no, he's gone straight into the back of us. Carlos Sainz late braking has gone straight into the back of us, and he has damage to that front wing of that McLaren. So that might just be our saving grace at the end of this race. We will have a lot more pace in him because he has front wing damage. Lewis Hamilton has one more corner to contend with, and if he can do it, it's a Mercedes 1-2. Lewis Hamilton. It's fireworks and flames for Lewis Hamilton and Mercedes, as the two Mercedes seal out the championship, as it's a world championship for the constructors. It's a Mercedes 1-2, Ferrari 3-4. As Lewis Hamilton dazzles under the floodlights as we take P6 in this race. It was a good recovery after hard qualifying. And the Mercedes were absolutely perfect today. They did everything that they had to do. It's a Mercedes 1-2 as you see the fireworks in the distance. Lewis Hamilton really dazzles in Singapore tonight. I'm sure that the Mercedes team will sleep well tonight, because that's Constructor Championship number 7.
That's a spectacular victory then, and with it, the championship is secure. It's been a magnificent season, and they thoroughly deserve the cheers of the crowd here today. Talk to me, Ant. What was it that set them apart from the competition today?
Well, this was a real team victory. They put together a solid strategy today that appeared well suited to the conditions out on track. The driver did everything that was expected of them in the moment to really execute the team's plan to perfection. A shining example of how F1 really is a team sport.
After an excellent performance at the Grand Prix, I'm sure there'll be plenty of celebrations tonight amongst the Mercedes team, and they certainly deserve it.
We take P6 after we get 13th in qualifying, and our teammate is P9 after qualifying P8. A decent day for us, but not what we would have wanted. Time for our post-race interview. Yeah, I can't be too angry with the result of the race. I can't be too angry with the race because the race was good for us. The only part that wasn't good for us and the reason that we didn't get a good result is because of qualifying. Our qualifying car was a lot worse than our race car. So next weekend, I'm looking forward to Russia because we should be quick there because it really suits our car.